Well, we can only hope that the sound is actually working. I'm seeing meters. I'm seeing levels. Welcome to the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Welcome to more lead up to Fantasy Football 2026. Now, last week we discussed what did we discuss? Knockout, best ball,
everything. Fantasy football,
the different varieties. This week we're going to do ourselves a little mock drafting.
We'll do
go
one.
Mock draft. Yeah, Fantasy Pros.
We'll do one.
Where is it? Footballfantasypros.com.
Yeah, I'm on Fantasy Pros.
Fantasypros.com.
There's a lot of sites out there. This one's pretty easy to navigate.
A ton.
It's pretty easy to navigate.
Well, and we'll let me get you in here so that everybody sees your bright, smiling, shining face.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello, people. Welcome to Maz. By the way, my name is Richard. How are you?
What's up, Rich?
Richard.
Rich.
Nobody ever buys it when I know. Nobody who knows me buys it when I say that.
I think I've ever called you Rich.
Hi, I'm Rich. Richard. Rich. I like saying I'm rich. That's coming one day. Soon. I hope. Maybe. Possibly. But thanks for joining us, by the way. It's been a wild preseason. Been a lot of movement, a lot of new faces in new places.
Excuse me for a second.
Yes.
Can you pick a random number between 1 and 12?
No.
5.
The number is 7.
What the hell?
I told you it was going to be 7.
Can I tell you? All right, sorry.
I told you. We are going to be picking 7.
The worst spot ever, by the way, because I've done so many mocks, and my worst rated draft was from the 7 position. I told you this. I sent like 10 finished best ball drafts to ChatGPT, had them grade it based upon, whatever the parameters are. And 9.7 out of 10 was my best one, I think, out of the 2-hole. The worst rated one was out of the 7-hole, out of all of them. And I knew it. When I finished taking out of the 7-hole, I was like, oh, there was like something in my mouth. It was like a hair in the back of my throat. Like I wasn't sure how to get it out. Yeah. So, all right, well, it is what it is. Although, that says 5.
It says 5.
It told me 7.
But it said 7.
Do you want to subtract it and go to 2? No, we can't.
No.
All right, we'll go to 7.
I like 7.
I hate 7.
I really do. I like 7. I like 7 a lot. So for those of you that are, the 2 or 3 of you that are watching on YouTube and all the other platforms, especially on Twitch, I know we have a few people that watch on Twitch. So chime in and tell me, have you done any mocks? And what is your favorite position to draft from? I know it's a sexual connotation to the word position.
Whoa, careful.
What's your favorite ADP?
You got kids watching this show, perhaps.
Where?
Later.
What fucking kids do we have watching this show?
On the restream. You never know. So,
all
right, well, guess what? First 6 picks in the book.
All right, so we're up.
Well, I'm just saying, not to jump into the draft or anything, but there's a couple of guys on the board we can talk about.
We're up.
Well, here's what we've got looking at us right now. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown at 6.
Right.
CeeDee Lamb at 7. These are just their
Justin Jefferson.
Their ADP rankings. Now, Jefferson last year,
Hopefully you turn the timer off.
Jefferson, you put, no, on mine there's no timer. You should timer on yours. I don't have timer on mine.
Okay.
So, last year, Jefferson, major deficit in touchdowns. Had the counting stats, the catches, stuff like that, target share, missed some time to injury. They struggled at the position. After we get through this draft, and it should go pretty quickly, there's a couple of key points I want to get back to in terms of when you're checking boxes. But here we go. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I love, the most consistent probably over the last 3 years. I think he has the most touchdowns of all the receivers over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, and then a running back. I think that second tier running back is going to be so critical. So I don't think if you don't lock up a running back early, it's going to be tough to chase that position. I don't mind at this spot taking Jonathan Taylor, only because
At 7.
again, I'm not going to lock into the number so much as where I'm feeling that the best value is at that spot. Now,
I feel you.
I like Jonathan Taylor. He is heavily involved in the offense.
I like him as well.
There's nobody behind Jonathan Taylor. That's his team. Okay, that's important. We'll talk about handcuffs later. We'll talk about timeshare later. There's a distinct difference between the two. But okay, here we go. First round. Are you okay with Jonathan Taylor to anchor the running back room for us?
Are we up?
We're up right now, number 7.
What are our options?
I just said our options are Amon-Ra St. Brown, great receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson. I don't mind any of these guys. But I really feel like we need to.
All right, what's come off the board? See, I can't see what's come off the board. What came off the board already? What do we got? What was the first 6?
Let's see. Show drafted. Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Puka. Gibbs went 4. Wow. Jackson went 5. And then, basically we're sitting here.
Jackson went 5.
Jackson Smith, yeah. So, let's see. Teams, rankings, show drafted. I want to anchor with the running back because let's look at the running back rankings. Okay, let's assume
we're helping you sort out because let me tell you what, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson. That's a lot of eye candy.
Yeah, I don't think
that is a lot of eye candy.
I don't think you go wrong with any of those guys. But little further down the running back pool, it's Genty, who I love this year. James Cook, also very favorable. I love him a lot. Then you start to get a little bit squirrely. Chase Brown,
second round.
Devon Achane,
second round.
Marion Hampton, another guy people are pushing up the board. Barkley, again, guy that maybe fell off a bit last year. But if you look at now, A.J. Brown, targets, timeshare, usage, it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So
go with Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Go with Jonathan Taylor. Because
John Taylor take.
See now, boom, 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 boom. All the wide receivers come flying off the board.
Okay, now here we go. What they're suggesting, running wide receiver.
Uh-huh.
They're suggesting why? Because we anchor with the running back. We got A.J. Brown, Nico Collins, George Pickens. In that order, I'm going to rank the guys I like the best.
Right.
And then the guys who I think are
that's
going to
their
give
top
you most
3
fantasy
order.
points. In that order, the guys I like are Nico first, Pickens second, AJ third.
You have no faith in Drake May, huh?
It's not that I don't have faith in Drake May. It's just that AJ Brown is a specific type receiver. And new offense, new system, having to get acclimated with the quarterback. That to me, the Patriots, when I look at the Patriots, I don't look at them as an offensive juggernaut. I look at them as just a very good football team, well coached, solid defense. Obviously, they're going to build the offensive line. They're going to run the ball, both running backs. So I think that their style is going to be maybe not much different than when it was in Philly. It wasn't A.J. Brown got 10, 12 targets a game. I look at a guy like Nico Collins, who when you look at his metrics, which I talk about all the time, route separation, air share, target share, all these different things that really tell the story on the receiver. Nico Collins jumps off the page. He's top 5 in all those metrics.
Well, and also you have to consider his place in that offense. He is the clear-cut WR1.
100%.
I mean, there's a lot of good young receivers on that team, but he is the clear-cut WR1.
100%. But now I'm going to go one step further and tell you why out of those 3, I would take George Pickens for fantasy. Because in a similar situation like Nico Collins is in, we talk about how good their defense is. And teams that have very good defenses typically don't have to score a lot of points. So we talk about opportunity. We talk about, what gets you fantasy points. And if you're looking to make these sorts of decisions where these guys are like splitting hairs, then if I'm splitting a hair in one direction, I'm taking a guy like Pickens with the Cowboys that we saw what his ceiling was last year. 1,500 yards, all the touchdowns.
And Nico Collins has had some injury issues the last couple of years.
True, too. And then there's debatable in terms of, again, do you want Dak Prescott throwing the football or do you want C.J. Stroud throwing the football? I just think that Dallas offense this year could be a top 3 offense, whereas the Texans don't have to be a top 3 offense. You know, even if they had the pieces, which I don't think they do,
Right.
but even if they had the pieces, they're not going to put up top 3 production. Where I think that's Dallas' ceiling. And when you're running Lamb and you're running Pickens and Ferguson and Williams out of the backfield and all this talent and Prescott throwing all over the field, I think the Cowboys had the 3rd most attempts last year. And who's getting all the attempts? It's those
Right.
guys.
But as per their metrics, right now, the top 3 candidates are A.J. Brown, Nico Collins,
and George
and George
Pickens
Pickens.
in that order. And I'm going to buck it because I'm telling you, even though I don't think any of these picks are bad picks, I just feel like if I'm against the wall on these guys, and part of it is because of my bias, because I predicted earlier that I thought.
It's 2 WR1s and a WR1B.
Who's the B? Pickens?
Pickens
Not
is
last
1B.
Last year he was 9 overall.
It's because C.D. Lamb was out for 7 games.
They both had good seasons. No reason why they won't this year. I picked Taylor. You agreed. I'll let you pick this one, even though I really want Pickens. But go ahead, pick. Who you picking?
Nico Collins.
All right, Nico's the guy. Boom.
Nico.
There we go. Second pick in the book. So we got Taylor. We got Nico.
Balance.
Not
There's
terrible.
balance in the force.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
Durable.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Boom. 3rd round. Looking at us right now according to their rankings. Here they go. They're starting to throw the quarterbacks at us. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Drake May.
Round.
Waiting on those guys. The guys they suggest, Garrett Wilson.
Round.
We're all waiting for Garrett Wilson.
No.
Lad
not a chance.
McConkey, another guy.
Scroll down. Give me more.
Jalen Waddle, who I kind of like in the Denver offense.
In the 3rd round.
Again, don't get tight on the rounds. We're looking at
Give
building.
me a running back.
Well, the top running backs on the board right now, in particular, Derrick Henry. Don't love it. Brees Hall.
You don't love
Don't
Derrick
love it.
Henry?
Kyron Williams. Now, let's talk about the Rams.
I like Kyron Williams.
This leads into the point that I wanted to talk about, okay? There's a difference between handcuffs and timeshare. Now, when you're drafting, you hear the terms quite often. And when you're building your team, you know, logic would tell you, and I'll give you the perfect example in this situation, Kyron Williams,
Right.
the handcuff, although now that you see Blake Corum's usage going up, he used to be the handcuff. Now he
It's
can
more of a
be
timeshare.
More of a timeshare. So you got to make sure that when you're taking these players that you assess both players' ceilings and floors. Because now in that situation where it is a timeshare, and I've said this for now 2 years for Kyron Williams, his metrics aren't great. His strength is usage, is the fact that offense is a top 2, 3, 4 offense. He gets a lot of red zone opportunities. It really is just pretty much him. So anything inside the 5, it's going to be Kyron. And he has got a nose for the end zone. So offensively,
doubt.
he's in a big spot every week to put up those numbers. Now, if you take away his strength, which was usage, and you start to give that more to Blake Corum, well, Kyron loses some of that value. And in this particular spot where he's still being taken like maybe he was the last year based on last year's performance, I just don't see that happening. So again, maybe Blake's value goes up slightly in that sort of role if you think his usage is going to go up. But certainly, best case scenario is Kyron stays the same. But that doesn't appear to be the case. I personally think that Blake is going to eat into some of that usage.
Right, but
and
my
take away some of
my
his value.
goal as far as this early in the draft, the top 4 picks, okay, clear number ones in their system and in their in on their team. So I want a WR1, I want an RB1. Okay, we can start looking for secondary players later, but right now your first 4, those have to be people that you hit on. I know that the percentage of people that you do that finish the season and work well for you is awful low. You lose at least 1, but I want starters.
Yeah.
I want running back 1, WR1. Now, I mean, what they have right here, the first three off the board here are Tet McMillan from the Panthers. He is a wide receiver one. Okay, big boy, and he's a wide receiver one.
On in my opinion, an ascending team.
Right.
An ascending offense with some weapons.
Agreed.
Good coach. Quarterback
Agreed.
made improvement. So
Agreed.
there's value there. He missed some time last year, though. And then so there's again, it's tough to say these guys have injury concerns.
I'm moving you all over the screen.
It's football. I mean, guys get hurt every week. So, but you know,
No
this
doubt.
kid is certainly super talented. He took him in the first round for a reason. He's certainly, you know, a top flight receiver.
But in this instance, I would go after Kyron Williams. I'll tell you that. I would not pick a quarterback in the third round. Not even Josh Allen.
So after I just explained how Kyron Williams' value is decreasing, you're going to reach for Kyron in this spot.
He's still the WR. He's still the running back one.
But again, with usage, I don't feel that's the case. Just because Corum, his role is going to be expanding, I feel, this year too. And plus, again, they know what they have in the building.
Right.
And Kyron Williams' strength is usage.
Right.
But they also know that they want to keep that man healthy too. They're always looking big picture. This is another thing you have to consider with some of these teams.
Especially the Rams.
Is you're looking at big picture.
Rams are good like that.
And you know, so you want to make sure your guy's going to be on the field when it matters too at the end of the season.
True.
To me, I just don't feel like that's the right play. You got the last round of Nico. I ain't letting you take Kyron here.
Go ahead.
So to me, the choices are in terms of just overall player value, best player on the board, in my opinion.
That's Trattoria.
Outside of they're throwing the quarterbacks at you, and I'm going to wait on quarterbacks. I feel like we can wait, get Prescott, get Drake May later.
Listen,
on.
you're a fanboy, okay? You know, in this instance, you're a Buffalo fanboy. I understand you're grabbing your boy in the third round. I understand. That's fine.
You know
It's
what?
not saying that it's a bad pick.
Can I tell you what I would really like in this spot?
What's that?
I would really like to take McMillan here. And then if, again, we're going to wait another 8-9 picks until we come back around again.
You're going to go chalky, huh?
Take another receiver. And if either Waddle is available at that spot, which I really like. I don't think Loveland will be there at that spot because we already starting tight ends. We need to start looking at tight ends.
Tight ends
But
are starting.
I'm going to go with McMillan here. Okay. Boom.
Okay.
Now we've got those two locked in.
My pick's coming up now.
And
Here we go.
It looks like Colson Loveland is sitting there right now.
There's Brees Hall.
Now let's talk about tight ends because
Brees Hall.
I've got a couple of tight ends in
It's
my
the fourth
pocket.
round.
In my pocket that I
Okay.
want you to consider.
So do I.
I love Kyle Pitts this year. Kyle Pitts last year, 80 plus catches.
Sure.
He's
going to be fantastic.
He's probably still one of the most athletic overall players on the field when he's on the field because there's been some injuries and other things too. But last year it seemed to click. And this year, again, offensive coordinator loves throwing to the tight end. I mean, massive upgrade there where the offense is going to be primarily focused upon.
Let's remember who his quarterback was for the majority of the season last year, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, well, there was some hit and miss between Penix and other players.
It was 4 games with Penix, and it was Cousins finished the year.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll tell you right now, what's Kirk Cousins good at? Running an offense. And what does he do best? Throws on schedule. Okay. Throws on schedule. So that's his strong suit. And we found out that when you have a quarterback that throws on schedule, that he's a 2 or 3 read guy and the ball is out, then the big target is available a lot. Okay, there's no happy feet. There's no dancing around. There's no looking for Drake London. He gets his read. Okay, past the 3rd read, you're running. You're moving your feet to extend the play.
He ain't running nowhere, Kirk Cousins.
He runs.
After the 3rd read, he's dead.
He runs.
All right, make your pick. To me, I'm on anybody. It's tough. It's tough. Tight ends are valuable, but again, we feel like we've got some guys down the line.
Yeah,
Pitts.
not at this juncture. So for quarterback, you got Drake May, Colson Loveland, and Brees Hall.
I don't
Give me
Brees
Hall.
I love it. Love it. Okay. So far, this is our team
Even
base
though he's
right
a Jet.
now. It's okay.
Steph.
This is our team right now. Pretty solid. Okay. Our RBs are Jonathan Taylor, Brees Hall.
All right, but you get to pick next.
And our wide receivers are Nico Collins and Tetra McMillan, which I really like. I think it's a strong
Stretch
start.
the field and jump
It's
ball.
a strong start. Okay.
Okay.
Boom. Easy for me.
Your pick.
Mike Evans.
Kicker.
Mike Evans.
No.
Lock it down.
No kicker.
Mike Evans to me this year is a guy, first of all, over the last several
You
years,
pick a punter?
the knock on him has been, well, he's lost a step, he's this, he's that, but he's a red zone monster. And you know that they took him this year to get him the ball in the red zone. And Purdy and the offense and the consistency and Kittle and those guys.
Yeah, let's make one thing
The
perfectly
dude's
clear.
a pro.
Yeah, I
first
know,
of
but
all,
let's make
right?
one thing perfectly clear. Okay. While I do not
Pick his name.
impugn, go ahead. No, he's a good pick.
It's done.
I do not impugn that pick. I do not disagree with that pick. But we are not going to see 100 catches out of Mike Evans in San Francisco.
That's fine. He's a WR3. Can I tell you what his stat line is going to be? 60 catches for 850 yards and 8 or 9 touchdowns. And I am perfectly okay with that as a floor for a WR3.
75 for 1,000 and 12 touchdowns.
Well, I mean, again,
because it's going to be a lot of. You're right about this. It's
now
going to
he's
be a lot of
WR
red zone.
too. He's WR. But again,
Right.
as a floor, again, he's not a high volume guy. And I honestly don't think that at this stage he's going to be on the field for
Well, and they're grooming Ricky Pearsall to be the number one out there, obviously.
90% of the snaps. So he'll get his. He'll definitely be in probably every red zone package they have.
Of course.
And that's going to be where his bread and butter is. So, yes, he doesn't have to catch 75 balls to be a WR3. He could get to 60, but still get those 8 or 9 touchdowns. And if that's the case.
Who is the guy? Marshawn Lattimore? Is he the guy you had a problem with in New Orleans? For the longest time, Mike Evans was beefing with I think it was Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, they hate each other.
Hated each other.
Those two.
And one of my favorite plays is one of my favorite red zone opportunities was Big Mike catching a touchdown pass over Marshawn Lattimore, reaching over his shoulders and snagging the ball with one hand like this, just like just grabbed the ball and went touchdown. Oh my God, that was awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
No quarterbacks.
By the way, who threw that ball? Baker Mayfield.
I think you need to take a tight end here. I think we're looking at Tucker.
6th round?
Well, again,
Fifth round.
6th round.
Sixth round.
Tucker Kraft, Kyle Pitts, Sam Laporta. Below then, maybe Kittle. And I do like Ferguson for a second tight end that we can get later on. Remember, this is best ball.
Right.
So
are
best
we, are we
ball is-
certain that Tucker Kraft is 100%?
I don't even care because when he is, you saw how valuable he is to that team. So even if he doesn't start the year healthy and they nurse him along, if you get 10, 12 good weeks at a Tucker Kraft and on a very thin tight end group, he can easily be a top 3 or 4 tight end. So, for that stretch of time. Now remember,
I'm gonna pick a guy you like.
well, that's what you're looking at with best ball. There was guys that we've done this for over the years that every time you get to the draft, it was always like a 10th to 12th round selection, 10th or 12th round selection.
Right.
And you look at that guy and go, you can never figure out what week he's going to pop. Oh, Zay Flowers, maybe not last year, but like a couple years ago, where he'd have 3 games where he'd have 8 catches for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then the rest of the season do absolutely dick. And in a week-to-week format, that sucks because,
Feast and famine.
you're putting up goose eggs and when you need to score. But in best ball, like we've talked about, you'll take those 3 monster weeks because those 3 weeks are going to win you those weeks. And that's what you're trying to do. So back to what we're talking about here.
Kyle Pitts Jr.
Is that your guy?
Yep.
I like it.
I like it.
85 catches last year. Wow, that's a lot.
And Tua will force him the ball.
And that's a guy who, by the way, led the league in passing yards. So, yeah,
Let's remember that
can
every
throw it.
time Tua has had a decent tight end, that decent tight end has caught a lot of touchdown passes.
Can we get the quarterback here that is probably going to lead the league in passing yards, if you don't mind?
Mr. Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
I know you've been talking about him. You've been touting him for a minute.
Now, again, just to put it out there for reference only, ADP for Dak has been about 83. So he's been about, he's 8th or 9th, I think 10th quarterback overall in terms of just the quarterback rankings. I think he certainly has a higher ceiling than that. So in this spot here, we get our quarterback and we got Dak Prescott. So let's look at our team right now, currently as we stand. And our quarterback is Dak Prescott. Our running back room is Jonathan Taylor and Brees Hall. Now, we have a lot of receivers here. Max Nico, Tetcher, McMillan. We said Mike Evans. We love Kyle Pitts. This team's really good. But I think we need to start to get a little bit of running back depth now.
RB3.
And just making sure that we can kind of lock that room up a little bit now. The guys available in that sense are Pollard, don't love. Hubbard, don't love. Rico, don't love. Gainwell, I do like a little bit just because he can catch a ton of balls and they gave that dude the bag. So he's going to be involved in the offense. But this is a guy nobody's talking about, and I don't understand. I'm just going to give it away. Is Jordan Mason for Minnesota. Does anybody think that Aaron Jones is going to play a full year at 30? What is he now, 33 years old? When he, in the last
45,
2 or 3
years,
years,
years old.
hasn't even been the primary focus of any offense, that he's ever been in to this point because of other things. Now, Jordan Mason's been there a few years. When he's gotten opportunities, he's shined. He's played really well. So you get a guy here, again, best ball, which we love, that you can maybe count for 6 starts, okay, that has the potential to be, RB low end RB1 those weeks, very easily. This is the example we talked about, handcuffs and backups. He's not a handcuff. Although maybe he is early in the season. I don't know usage-wise how it's going to play out. He may be the freaking starter at some point. So a ceiling for a guy like Mason is very, very high.
If Minnesota was smart, they would do a lot of timeshare there. There would be a little more equity there.
But I'm going in a situation like that. We talk about when you're checking the boxes. Do you want a guy that's got the upside potential like a Mason who's younger, and obviously we know all the advantages of being young at that position? Or do you want a guy like Aaron Jones that can't stay on the field, that's 32 or 33 years old, that if they have any sense about themselves, that they're going to be a competitive team, they're going to work him along as well. They're going to get the young guy early, get him some touches, and then use Aaron Jones, who is probably the better overall player. But again, limitations, age, stuff like that will not allow him to be that. They'll make it work as we care about fantasy.
First thing you have to remember about the Minnesota offense is that Kyler Murray is likely to be the starting quarterback. So there's going to be at least 30 to 35 more carries that are going to go to him. Whether it be on scrambles or design runs, he's going to take off running with the ball. So there's 30 to 35 carries you're not going to be getting.
Okay.
So
I'm going right here while we're going left because I know we talked about running backs and how important it is. But I think we can identify, maybe not this round, because I think if we go this round, we're reaching a little bit for Mason. I do see Monangai on the board, who I kind of almost like a little bit.
Mongo.
But I do like Gainwell, and I think we can get him a little later on. I really like Michael Pittman this year. Again, we're looking to lock in that WR3 spot because we know we got Nico, and obviously he's going to be our one.
What are my other wide receiver options at this juncture?
Well, currently they're Pittman, who leads the way. Wan'Dale Robinson, who again in Tennessee, although I like Cam Ward, that offense is challenged.
Yeah, but
Quentin Johnston, okay. Again,
ooh, there's a WR1 right there.
Well, not WR1. I'm out on Quentin Johnston. Can't stay healthy. He's just not a WR1, in my opinion. None of these guys are WR1s. At times they may have those weeks, but let me defend Pittman. Let me defend
you. You don't have to defend Pittman to me.
Talk about the Steelers. I didn't know this about the offensive line for the Steelers last year, but maybe this is part of Aaron Rodgers because he does get rid of the ball so quickly. Steelers' offensive line last year was number 1 in terms of pressure rate allowed. So Aaron pretty much got to do what he wanted. Okay. And now, like you just said, Aaron likes to get rid of the ball pretty quickly. Pittman is going to be in the slot. That's where he makes his money.
Right.
And he is one of the best size guys that can still play the position.
And McCarthy loves big wide receivers.
I'm going to give you a comparison. It's a few years back, but remember a guy named Jordy Nelson?
Yes,
big slot
that's
guy
what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of comparisons for Pittman.
Listen, you don't have to sell Pittman to me.
Yeah. Now, I don't love the Steelers offense, and I'm not Aaron Rodgers guy by any stretch.
Right.
But it's opportunity, and I need Pittman to be a WR3, and no different than we talked about where Mike Evans would be. Maybe Pittman doesn't have that red zone ceiling, but he certainly is going to get the target share. And he could get 75 to 80 catches.
I
in that
still
system.
want a WR1 at this juncture.
Right. Well, there aren't any. So to me, Pittman is the WR1 of this group. He's better than Jordan Addison. He's better than Jaden Reed, who can't stay on the field. He's better than Shakir. All these guys I'm listing. Romeo Dobbs, Jalen Coker. I mean,
Wait, back up. But you said what? Wandale Robinson and who? Quentin Johnston. But you don't think Quentin Johnston is a WR1?
no, I don't. Not at all.
Just because he's a speed guy, or
No, just because last year he had 50 catches for 730 yards.
right? And that was with Greg Roman as his offensive coordinator.
Okay, but he had a
Who
pretty
is
good
his
quarter-
offensive coordinator now?
of the Chargers?
Yeah. Who is his offensive coordinator now? I mean, come on, just let me know. I mean, I'm listening.
I know he's pretty good.
I know that he's an innovative little nerdy dude.
Yeah, I know. He's,
Okay, and as long as he doesn't have to run the
he's
team,
a pain in the naggy.
he's a pain in the Nagy. No, he's much better than Nagy.
Yeah. Let's see. So
McDaniel is going
I
to
know, he's a smart
unlock
guy.
Quentin Johnston.
unlock him, baby. So first of all, even though, which was surprising, that team did throw it a ton last year. I mean, for a while, Herbert was number one in pass attempts, which you didn't expect that for a Harbaugh regime coming in, year one. Let's just throw it all over the field, but they did. That won't be the same this year. I think, not to skip it around, but I think Mario Hampton takes a huge step forward this year, and I think they've got some other pieces.
Pick my guy.
So, fucking Quentin Johnston.
Pick my guy.
It's your pick, Quentin Johnston. Great pick. Hold on a second. His ADP, not that it matters, is at 93. Michael Pittman's 87. They're pretty close. All right, Quentin Johnston. That's who we got. This is a great selection. All right, let's go now down the board. There's my non guy.
Quentin Johnhausen.
Now the running backs. Okay, we said we waited. Now you're running backs. Okay.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
First of all, you got two really good ones right there. Bing bang, 1 and 2.
Rashad White.
Yes, Rashad White is going to get the chance to be the running back 1 in Washington. Okay, he is going to get that chance. They keep the hyphenated kid McCaskey Merritt or whatever his name is. They keep putting him in the picture, but what did we see from Rashad White when he was with Tampa Bay?
Well, he was a complimentary piece. I
He
know
was
at
a
times.
hard running between the tackles runner.
Can I tell you that he got spelled by Bucky Irving?
I understand that.
Okay, and Bucky Irving is not a great running back. Okay, he's just not. So I'm not opposed to Rashad White. I know he's probably age-wise about where he should be in his prime.
And Jonathan Brooks, by the way,
another guy that's got some talent.
high upside.
Yeah. But again,
You're ascending Carolina Panthers, but this is your pick.
Well,
no, this is your pick.
I know it is. And we also were touting Jordan Mason, who I feel like we may be able to wait just a little bit more. I don't have a problem getting 2 running backs here. If I were to choose, I would rather have the Jonathan Brooks upside than the Rashad White, who I know who that guy is.
It's going to be
So I'm going to go for Jonathan Brooks here.
mark it down. Jonathan Brooks going to have a good year, and Rashad White is going
And
to
then
have a
look
really good year.
Look who they suggest.
Oh,
top of the
isn't
board.
that cute?
Jordan Mason.
And that's for me.
That's for you.
We ain't picking him.
That's already picked. So you lost your spot.
Son
bitch.
of a bitch.
Done.
What is this? Now it's just arbitrary. Now I'm taking 2 picks.
It's an oligarchy.
No, I get the next 2 picks.
Let's look at the team currently as we stand.
I get the next 2 picks.
Our receiver room, I think, is really, really strong with Nico and Tetra and Mike Evans. Our backup, our flex receivers, Quentin Johnston, and that's a WR4, and I'm okay with that.
WR4.
If he has to be that, that's not terrible. Tight end is Pitts. I think we have to go get, obviously, at least another 1 or 2 tight ends in a best ball format. Can't just have 1 tight end. So I think we're really focusing on getting some high upside that we think can be some tight ends.
Then the tight end that I would suggest towards the end of this draft would be Greg Dulcich. I know it's not just because I'm a Miami Dolphin homer, but I think he's just a guy who's going to be
I'm telling you right now,
40 to 50 catch guy.
that Jake Ferguson's available. And
okay.
I would take him.
Now?
You have Kelsey, Kittle, and Ferguson.
So
also Matthew Golden's a guy that I'm really high on this year as well. I'm surprised he popped up there in that spot, but that's because I've been taking him.
No, give me the other give me the other wide receivers.
Matthew Golden. Who I
Excuse
love.
me, I'll be right back.
I love Matthew Golden. Love Matthew Golden.
I'm
All the
getting
news coming out of camp for Golden has been so positive.
Well, yeah, and he's a
And oh, by the way, he was a first round selection as well.
yes, he's a first round
Receivers do take a little more time
quiet
sometimes.
year last year.
Well, receivers take a little more time.
make it golden. I get the next pick anyway.
Fine. He's a good kid too, they say. Oh, that's a
yeah.
great pick there. That's a great.
He's a
there.
golden domer. That's
My
what he
gosh.
is.
Okay.
Okay, now you want a tight end?
Or
Oh, there's always some.
or Brock Purdy. Or Kittle.
I would prefer. What round are we? 7, 8,
10,
10? Give me Brock Purdy.
3, 6,
We have the stack now.
9. This is round 12.
Oh, we have the Evans Purdy stack. Stack it.
Okay, solid. 2 quarterbacks, really solid. Yeah, it's really, really good. And now look, Kittle staring at us right in the face on the turn. My turn. Boom. Those are our 2 tight ends. Now we have
What
Kittle
about
and
Ferguson?
We have Ferguson's gone.
Oh,
He gone.
ah.
So, and I think we get a third tight end a few rounds later, and we take the kid
Just-
Brent
just
Strange.
Take it easy. Get somebody else first.
No, I'm just saying we have to look ahead in the draft. You can't just go
Well,
round by round.
We have 4 running backs or 5.
Currently, we have 4.
I didn't know we were going to draft best ball, but we're drafting best ball.
Yeah, we have Taylor Hall. We have Jonathan Brooks, Jordan Mason.
Stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Now, again, unlike yourself here, looking ahead in the draft, using the ADP is not the end all be all. Okay, it's just a guideline. It's a
I
blueprint.
understand that.
And talking to the nice people out there. So I'm looking ahead, going, well, most people go by the ADP. So if it's their turn in a couple more rounds, and they see
It's
a guy,
not true. Frank isn't chalky anymore.
if they see a guy that should be taken, they'll take him just based on ADP. So I'm looking ahead, thinking, well, ADP for a certain player is about 2 more rounds. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, I could probably wait 2 more
Listen, the
rounds.
ADP is like a speed limit. Okay, it's a suggestion. It's like the speed limit, especially on the turnpike. It's just a suggestion. You could do it. You could not do it. It's up to you.
This team is really good.
I know it is
Wow.
because I pick half
No,
of them.
well, a little less than half. Good thing. All right, I'll let you make this selection. You're
No,
up.
it's your up.
Oh, it's
This
me.
is your selection.
Well, Strange, I'm going to take, but not in this round. We don't need another quarterback. Running backs on the board right now. Got Jalen Wright, who I do like. I mentioned the Dolphin running back room is really strong. And if Achane goes down,
Yeah, but they're 3 deep with that.
Ryan Flournoy, that's my guy.
That's your boy. Go ahead, grab him.
That's my guy.
Now we have a Cowboy receiver.
That's my guy.
Now we have a double. Now 2 stacks.
That's my guy.
Stackity stack.
Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
Oh, and if you want a backup running back from the Miami Dolphins, right there, you're looking at him right there, Ollie Gordon. That's the guy to have.
Well, I like Jalen Wright, but that's fine.
Jalen Wright is a fantastic running back. I'm telling you right now, Ollie Gordon is a banger.
Okay, but let's go to what I said before about roles, because roles are important. And if your primary running back,
Short yardage and goal line.
Achane, goes down, which they're going to use the shit out of him, so it's possible Ollie Gordon's not going to fill his place. It's going to be Jalen Wright.
The kid had like 30 carries a game in college. He's a workhorse.
Okay.
The kid is 6'2", 225
But
pounds.
is that what they did last year when Achane missed time?
No, they split time between him and Wright. Yes, I understand that
Okay.
part.
All right.
Okay, they split time, but you're also talking about a rookie and a guy who was hurt.
Okay. But I'm just saying you can't turn a player into another player if that player's hurt. So each player has a role, and there's a player that, again, will fit that role. And Ollie Gordon is a big back. And that's not the sort of role that Achane and Jalen Wright fill. They fill the other type. Ollie's the goal line guy. The guy's going to get the grind him, sort of kind of pound him,
Short
in-your-face,
yardage,
short yardage
and
games.
goal line.
Yeah, and that's not the offense they run. You can't. It's not it's not 3 yards in a cloud of dust anymore on the offense. You got to be able to move the football. So
Okay.
he's
okay.
explosive.
Now,
I like Jalen Ramsey.
I love going back to this. The offensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins is Bobby Slowick. Remember Bobby Slowick? Do you remember Bobby Slowick when he was at Houston? No, you don't. Because Bobby Slowick made Houston a very balanced offense, and they ran between the tackles with David Pierce, okay, and made him sort of a mid-level star.
Not very good.
He's not that great, right? Exactly. But guess what? He commits to running the ball. I'm telling you right now. And they like to bang between the tackles. And right now, Miami's offensive line is physically the best it's been in 15 years.
Nicholas Singleton is making some noise at camp. He was Tennessee's 5th-round pick receiver. You know that offense is not great, but I do like Cam Ward. I do think he's improving, and I think he'll be a quarterback for a long time.
You're going to see some stuff.
Yeah. I'm
in
a Cam Ward
Tennessee.
fan. I like him
I
a
am
lot.
too.
And again, so give me upside pieces. In this spot here, we're looking for guys that are only providing you upside. You may not need Nicholas Singleton until week 10, but if you got him on your bench in week 10 and you haven't had to use him yet.
No, Cornell Tate's the guy to have there.
Then,
I'm
well,
telling you right now.
early on, but Colonel Tate's already gone. So
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously better weapons, but you're filling slots here, and this is round 15, 16. So I'm okay with that pick at that spot. Again, strictly these best ball spots.
And you
this
forget
late
Calvin Ridley.
are strictly upside. I think this is another banger. Ty Johnson. Who's the backup to James Cook in an offense that's got one of the best offensive lines in football?
I
one
will
of the
not
best
argue
offenses.
with you there.
Ty Johnson, fill the roster. Boom. And this kid was supposed to be the shit last year. Isaac Tesla for Detroit.
Yeah,
Had some injuries, missed some time.
grab him.
Another guy that's another solid play.
Grab him.
He's there. It's on our team.
I'm all about him.
I think we're done. When do we pick kickers in this league? We don't.
I mean, listen,
Uh,
Detroit has two burners. One of them happens to be a slot guy,
Last
who's
pick.
one of the two best slot receivers in the game. Okay, but James Williams, I mean, Jameson Williams
Let's
is going
pick
to have a huge year this
Our
year.
last pick in the draft. Let's pick a Dolphin, just because.
Oh, why? Because he's Malik Washington?
Boom, done.
Oh,
Drop the
crying
mic.
out loud.
Drop the Malik.
Drop the Malik.
We got this team here.
It's not a bad team.
Let's look at it. Prescott, to me, top 5 this year in terms of fantasy points.
I don't disagree.
Okay, next. Jonathan Taylor,
Yeah.
top 5
Okay.
running back fantasy points. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The wild card for us in this position is Breece Hall. Now, the Jets are not a good football team still, right? The offense is terrible. The quarterback is everything lines up terrible. And normally you run from terrible. But as an RB2 with RB1 upside based on talent and based on the fact that the dude got paid 2 years ago, they opened the books for both him and Wilson, knowing that those are their best 2 offensive players, right? If it's got to work, it's got to work through those guys. So he's our RB2. And if he ends up being even a low end RB1 in this format and team, I think we did okay. Okay.
Well, he's the RB1 on the team, first of all. So he's going to get the most touches.
Yeah.
He's going to have the
Yeah.
best chances and opportunities
Right.
to score.
Right.
And that's what you want.
Right. But I don't have this in front of me. Like, for you to win your league, the quarterback's got to score 25 points. For you to win your league that week, their RB1's got to get 18, RB2's got to get 16.
Right.
Whatever that works out to be, I feel like that in those positions, these guys can hit those objectives. Not knowing what they are exactly, but I feel like, mindset can tell you we're pretty close. Okay. Wide receiver 1 for us, Nico Collins. I feel that's pretty strong. I think very easily he could get inside the top 10 this year. Despite, and we argued this, but you are
In spite of Jaden Higgins, besides the return of Tank Dell.
in spite of the defense dominating that landscape, we're still counting on Nico being Superman, which he is, but hopefully that's enough to carry him to be a top flight receiver. The next kid, McMillan, we know he's the ace on that team. And we know that he can certainly end up when it all shakes out
Ask the LA Rams how good
Right.
Ted Millen is.
So
McMillan
maybe
is.
if we get lucky enough and he gets inside the top 20 when it all shakes down.
And that playoff game against LA, he took that game over.
He's really good.
He took that game over.
So we got our WR1. We got potentially a low end WR1, which will help us because Nico may not have to come in the top 3 or 4. Because if you got one guy at 9, another guy at 15, you start getting that really good high balance, you're in a good spot. So
He's a consistent performer, too.
McMillan, upside, low end wide receiver 1. Okay, I think that's really strong. Our third wide receiver, again, is based on touchdown volume, like I said, is another guy that we need him as a WR3. Mike Evans.
Mike.
He gets to 8 or 9 touchdowns. He is going to be a solid WR2 no matter what. That's where it's going to
And I think he's going to do more.
Okay,
I think he's going
he
to
very
he's
well
gonna be
could.
better.
Now, the tight end position, it's a wasteland outside of Warren,
It's a waste
outside of
the top
Loveland,
5.
outside of, the same names. We got a guy that, according to ADP, is 8, 9, 10. He's been falling in that range. I think he has clear top 5 upside. He finished inside that last year because of his high target volume and his effectiveness in the offense. 85. If he gets us 85 catches this year and only gets us 5 or 6 touchdowns, he's more than going to pay off.
It's fun to say his name.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Don't leave out the senior. Here's your little man crush for a wide receiver 4, Quentin Johnston. High upside guy, great talent. Banging offense, obviously great quarterback, checks those boxes. Injuries, again, tough to predict. It's the NFL. These guys play tough, so guys get hurt. He's had a few. Again, he doesn't have to do much for us in this situation. We need some of these guys to just pop one round. So, we take him as our 4, and certain weeks he's a 2, 1 or 2 weeks he's a 1.
There's a reason.
It all shakes out.
All right, but there's a reason why Greg Romans is unemployed right now, because Greg Romans had that very talented team, and Greg Romans does not know what to do with a field stretching wide receiver. He just doesn't. We saw it so many different seasons in Baltimore. Where did veteran wide receivers go to die? Baltimore. Where did you go to end your career? Baltimore.
As a receiver, yeah.
As a receiver.
Ask for Rashad
Baltimore.
Bateman.
My
guys.
God.
Terrible.
So, Zay Flowers is a super talented kid, and he can run the entire route tree, and he's super fast, and he's a very good route runner, and he's a very gritty kid. But
New regime.
Romans, I'm telling you right now, that first of all, you're going to see a drastic change in that Baltimore offense. Okay, Romans had no clue how to use Derrick Henry, of all people.
Well, I wouldn't say he had no clue. Derrick Henry built a second career in Baltimore.
How is Derrick Henry on the bench in the fourth quarter at the end of the season and in the playoffs? How is he? How is he on the bench in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think
in a close game.
I think that tells you a little bit more about Derrick Henry.
No, it tells me that Greg Romans is washed.
All right. Well, I think Derrick
coming
Henry,
to a Division II college team near you.
Do me a favor, take Derrick Henry this year.
I will.
And Christian McCaffrey.
Why not?
Take them both.
Okay.
All right. So down the line, and I like it. It gets better, I think, for us.
Even better than what we've already done.
Well, I just like these upside picks. Again, these are back end players.
Right.
Best ball, you're looking upside. You need guys that are going to bang out a half a dozen weeks during the year. Jonathan Brooks has that. Okay. Chuba Hubbard's in front of him. I know they emptied the bag for Chuba last year, and I know he's a guy that's a middle of the pack guy, another volume guy. But give me the upside for a guy like Jonathan Brooks. Jordan Mason, we talked about him. Okay, he's behind a guy that's as old as dust, and is injury prone. And again, another team that's looking for something identity wise.
You better not see Aaron Jones on the street.
I ain't afraid of Aaron Jones.
He's only 31 years old.
For running backs, it's dust. Matthew Golden, first round pick, Green Bay a couple of years ago, huge upside.
He's due.
Talking about, I've been listening to my
He's
network.
A Texas wide receiver.
And this
They're
year,
supposed to be great, all of them.
They say that he is making leaps and bounds. Could be coach speak, but you never know.
I don't disagree.
He's our WR5. I'll take the coach speak. All right, back up here. Brock Purdy. Okay, we got two strong quarterbacks. Brock Purdy's a solid play.
We don't have any bye week conflict, do we?
Not a quarterback.
No.
We get week 8, week 14. Now week 14 for Prescott. That's a playoff week. That's brutal.
Why NFL? Why?
Yeah, it's so
Why do you
stupid.
keep doing that?
That's
You
so
saw how stupid it was last year, and you went around, you doubled down, and you did it again.
Wow. For week 14 is the first week of the playoffs. Because all of us usually go 13 weeks.
Hey, Goodell, the WNBA needs a good commissioner.
Wow.
Why don't you go commission them?
That's terrible. All right, so we got
They
Purdy.
are terrible.
And we got the hookup with George Kittle. Two strong, solid tight ends. Again, Kittle's a guy that is not the focal point of the offense in terms of passing the football. But again, most tight ends aren't. He's a blocking tight end primarily and probably one of the best. But
He's very good at what he does.
you look at his stat lines, I think he's the perfect best ball tight end because he's going to get you 8 or 9 touchdowns, and they're going to come in 4 weeks, and he's going to be on your team for those 4 weeks.
But after
So-
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
he's going to be useless.
Now, again, more upside. We talked about Nicholas Singleton, upside, Tennessee, ascending offense. Ty Johnson, a great offense in Buffalo. Isaac Tesla, great offense in Detroit. Malik offense. Weak offense. Malik Washington. That was a Freudian slip. Terrible team. Don't care. Last pick. No, but in all seriousness. Oh, and Ryan Flournoy, another guy, our 6th and 7th receiver that, according to the teams they play on, are not going to be the 6th and 7th receiver on the team.
They're valuable members of the team.
They got that dude Flournoy thinking, I got George on one side running goes. I got CD all over the field on the other. And me just finding spots in the seam. That dude had a good year last year when CD missed time. And you mentioned CD missing time. Pickens, as much as we're all on Pickens, and I am as well, loose cannon, you never know with that guy. Flournoy is probably going to end up being one of the best WR3s in the league this year because, again, what I just explained and how good the offense is. The offense is a top offense. So I love this draft. I love all of the backside, high energy, high
I
upside
have to look again. I'll be right back.
ceilings. And just really, really strong. I'm so glad you let me pick most of them. So
You're
yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a good host.
Yeah, you are.
You got to let the special kids have their way.
Yeah, it's really, really strong. Really, really strong.
Yeah, definitely strong.
Really strong. Really strong. Really strong.
You're an excellent drafter.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid team. Now, let's go back because I'm curious to see. Let's pick on somebody because obviously this was a computer.
Let's pick on Russ.
Let's pick on.
No,
And they
let's
even
pick
have
on
names.
Russ.
By the way, our team name for this league is called Your Team. We were your team. That's us.
oh, we're your team.
We're your team. Now,
we're your team.
we played against Take a Kneel, Jackery of all something. Let's look at Cupid Shuffle. Oh, you know what? How about this? Let's look at the guy who picked 6th right in front of us. This guy is Word of the Something. His first 3 picks, let's compare it to our first 3 picks. He goes McCaffrey, we go Taylor. I like Taylor.
We'll be there at the end of the year. He won't.
He goes A.J. Brown, which was, we were going back and forth. Those are the 2 guys. And Nico Collins.
Not a bad pick.
I like Nico
understand.
Collins. Okay, now here we go. We just talked about him. This guy took Zay Flowers. We got McMillan. So far, I'm
More
liking our
touchdowns.
team.
More touchdowns.
Now, here's what he did. He's like, I'm taking quarterback. I need a quarterback. Drake May. Okay, whatever.
Hey, in the 3rd round,
We, in the 4th, we
4th round.
bolstered our running back room by getting Brees Hall. So let's look at his running back room. He's got McCaffrey, who we know is on crutches already. His second running back is Trayvon Henderson, who again is in somewhat of a timeshare with Stevenson. And he likes Stevenson. He used him a lot last year still.
So first of all, McCaffrey is captain stem cells. Okay, there's a reason why he had 450 touches last year.
Right.
That's because he had that stem cell therapy, and I'm sure the NFL is going to find some way to outlaw it as a PED, but it's not a PED.
Well, this guy's running back room, he's got McCaffrey, he's got old man Aaron Jones, he's got 2 guys on crutches. And his other 2 guys are high upside guys. He's got Trayvon Henderson and he's got RJ Harvey. And RJ Harvey was supposed to be last year's hit, and he wasn't. So that running back room is really
Harvey's got nothing this year.
He's going
to be buried.
It's really, really thin. So, okay, that was just one team I picked on first for. Let's grab one more team. let's look at a team that was in the third hole. Okay, this team is called Eastbound and probably shit.
Eastbound and dirt.
First round, pick 3, Puka. Can't argue it, right? Kind of splitting hairs.
Yeah, well,
Can't
sure
argue
for
it.
you.
Trey McBride, 170 million targets last year. Again, probably do the same this year. So he's looking at top flight wide receiver, top flight tight end.
Mark my words. Carson Beck will be the starting quarterback in Arizona by week 6.
Maybe. Okay.
Well,
Starting word, Devontae Smith in the third hole. I like this guy's team so far. It's really good. Then he goes in the 4 hole and he talks about, and he doesn't have a running back yet. So what does he go get? He gets the surest running back in the room, Mr. Boring, Kyron Williams. So he's got Kyron Williams at 4. Then he goes and gets Javonte Williams from Dallas.
he's got a thing for Williams.
This is a strong team right here.
Just the whole team is Williams.
Jalen Hurts, DK Metcalf,
Jalen Williams,
Kenny
DK
Gainwell,
Williams.
Monangai, Jaden Higgins. This guy's team is really,
Jaden Williams.
really good. Oh, he's got your man crush for a backup quarterback, Baker Mayfield. Look at that.
Baker
Wow.
Williams.
This guy's team is really good. That's his team. Wow, strong. Out of the 3 hole, which I loved. That was my strongest team, by the way. Also, 3 hole. We
All
picked out of the shitty 7 hole. God, 7 hole sucks. We're doing this again next week from the 4 hole.
Not in front of the kids. This is a family program.
Oh. I didn't say cornhole. I said 4
4
hole.
hole.
Oh yeah, 4 hole. I didn't say foreskin. I said 4
But
hole.
what is the 4th hole? Easy.
Okay, got it.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up before it starts to get disgusting. We're coming in. We're coming in hot. We're coming in fast. We're landing with smoke coming out and half a wing hanging off.
Love Garrett Wilson, by the way.
Yeah. So mock season is here, and that was what was that? Pro football. What was that? Football Pros mock dress.
Fantasy Pros.
Fantasy Pros. I recommend it. They're pretty good. They really are. They really are. They're not the pain in the ass that ESPN is with their Disney app.
FESPN.
You F them.
They're terrible.
Well, but Ryan Clark will say that.
He's another joke.
Oh,
God.
now easy now. Wait a second. First of all, I'm not in love with Ryan Clark as far as being a
Race baiter.
well, no, race baiter. No. The point is
No, he's
that
not that.
ESPN pulled such a shady move with him. They told him that he's fired on a break for NFL Live. In the middle of the show,
Must have had it coming.
somebody came up and said, "Hey man, by the way, did you hear that they're letting you go?" No class. Absolutely
Well-
no class by ESPN.
They haven't had class for a long time. But I probably couldn't have happened to one of the better ex-Steelers.
Dan Patrick let them have it like a disappointed father. He literally let them have it like a disappointed father. I watched that whole segment that he laid it out, and he must have said, "You could have handled it better, have some class." He must have said a variation of that 20 times. He touted his experience, of course, with the mothership. And
He's been gone for 20 years.
yes, and he buried ESPN.
Well,
today.
they're
Buried.
burying themselves.
Buried themselves. He buried you today. So, although I don't love Ryan Clark, I just don't. Self-aggrandizing. He's a junior Stephen A. Smith.
Worse.
Junior Stephen A. Smith. No, Stephen A. Smith was mad because he got the host of Inside the NFL, and then they turned around and signed him
When
to
I
a
say
$40
worse,
million
and I'm not a
contract.
Stephen A. Smith guy, but at least Stephen A. Smith's been in the industry for 30 years already.
Yeah,
And he has made his due.
yeah,
And he has won awards, and he has
Right.
done good things in the industry.
Right.
Ryan Clark is an ex-athlete with opinions
right,
that don't align with most people.
right.
So go F yourself. And I'm glad he worked for ESPN because they can go F themselves too. Both of them.
Well,
So-
they let a lot of people go. They let a lot
Yeah.
of people. They let Carl Ravitch
Ravitch,
go.
my guy.
What the hell?
It had to be the hair because
That's
He's had
baseball and hockey.
that hair he's had for the last 30
It's
years.
disgusting. It's
not
real.
His.
It's
It is
his.
not his.
It's his.
Change it up, my friend.
It is his.
Carl, get to the
He is a
barber.
poster boy for minoxidil.
That is not his hair.
That is his hair.
I seen that move
That's
once
baseball and hockey.
during a
That
telecast.
guy was a great commentator.
No, that thing could be a
He
weed.
called great games.
No, he was. But again, he's probably making too much money, and they just
What?
don't.
They're paying Smith $40 million a year.
Yeah, well, they didn't like Carl.
Ugh.
Bye, Carl.
Well, ESPN is now becoming
Now has been
the
for a while.
second resort as far
Third.
as sports news is concerned. For me, at least. I don't know about you.
I don't
I know you don't like them at all.
for a while now.
But
The only thing, and I'm guilty of this,
lo, how the mighty have fallen.
is that I'm just, for me, it's about easeability. So when I put searches on my phone, I do ESPN MLB Score, and I'm used to that site, and it comes up.
It's a pretty good site.
It's an ESPN product, and if I could choose another one by going like this, then I would do it, and that would be my new default. But it's just that we get stuck. But F ESPN, F Ryan Clark.
Well, you know what happened there, right? Why all this is happening is because
F Lucy.
ESPN has merged with the NFL. They took over the NFL the NFL channel, and they took over. I think they took over the Red Zone.
I don't get
ESPN
it
did.
because of the fight they have with Xfinity right now.
Right.
So there's a contract dispute.
Oh, okay.
I don't get Red Zone. I don't get NFL Network.
Ooh,
I don't get to watch any of it.
that's not good.
Not at all. I got to go to YouTube TV or something. And do
Something like that. There's always a way to get it.
Yeah.
You gotta pay. Everybody gotta pay.
Gotta pay.
But I think the big thing that killed Ryan Clark, besides his salary, which was only like $1 million a year or whatever, the big thing that killed him was he went after Pete Schrager. And part of that whole NFL Network thing, okay, because we see Kyle Brandt now. Kyle Brandt all of a sudden is on Get Up.
Oh yeah, he's blown up
Yeah.
big time. Yeah.
So Schrager is kind of a sacred cow. He really is. He's real good buddies with Greeny. Okay, Mike Greenberg loves him. He's the other host. When Greenberg is on vacation, it's Schrager.
No, Schrager's paid his dues as well too.
Sure,
So-
and he's a very competent and he's a very
Yeah, he's a sound dude.
knowledgeable
Yeah.
journalist.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
But
It's the way Ryan went after him, and the way Ryan has taken stances on so many.
right,
things.
you're not a player.
And it's like, just stop.
You never played football,
Just-
so that makes you. I understand you have a perspective that Schrager doesn't have.
Ryan, go play football in Denver.
That's the same with Bart Scott. But there's just so far being, Mike Greenberg's favorite Jet player from the 1990s.
By the way, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
On my
well,
little comment about telling him to go play football in Denver. So yeah, he can't. By the way, he can't.
all right.
He can't exert himself.
Let's wrap things up.
He can't exert.
I want to go
himself.
watch Star Trek Strange
He
New
has a
Worlds.
rare blood disorder where he almost died on the field.
Oh, Ryan
one
Clark.
time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a sickle cell trait with the altitude, which
Right.
almost killed him.
I know.
He missed a playoff game.
So be nice.
The game that we lost to Tebow, I believe,
bitter
he didn't play. So Ryan Clark, you can't even play football when it counts.
Bitter. You are bitter.
Chuck is bitter. I'm not bitter.
All right, yeah, come on. I'm going to watch Strange New Worlds.
So we're in the same clothes for 60 years. Somebody get him a new outfit.
Yellow is not your color, Chuck.
Where are you, Chuck? Sorry, Chuck.
Good grief.
I love you, Chuck.
All right,
Same here, dude.
next week, same bat time, same bat channel, 7 o'clock right here. For those of you that are the 2 or 3 of you that are watching on YouTube, of course, like and subscribe. Tell your mama, tell your friends,
Tell your mama.
like and subscribe.
Yeah, Mama.
Okay, join the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk group so that you can be on top of these things when they happen. There's going to be more content coming because I'm going to be scheduling that guy to be doing go lives, his own go lives. By the way, have you chosen a day yet? Your day for going live?
Tuesday.
Tuesdays?
Today.
Today.
We just went live.
No,
No?
your own.
Oh. No, I haven't.
I'm going to be doing a Dolphin-related, Miami Homer-related show, and you whatever.
Dolphins.
And yet you live down here.
Dolphins suck.
Whatever.
Over here.
Pittsburgh was so great you'd live there.
Pittsburgh sucks.
Okay.
It's gloomy.
I hear it smells funny.
It's dark. No, actually, it's beautiful. I was just there. So.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you. All right. So on behalf of myself and the guy who's playing with a doll,
Bye.
we will see you guys next week here, 7 o'clock sharp, on the Gonzo Radio Network and on Facebook Live and Twitch and all of those other things. All right. So say goodbye to the nice people.
Bye.
I'm trying to find our outro. Okay. Thanks.
Peace.
Bye.